Hello everybody. So as discussed in the previous video, Purvaphalguni, the deity of Purvaphalguni is actually Bhaga, as one of the 12 Adityas. So Bhaga's strong relationship, if you observe as per the nature, it is a morning star. It is called as a morning star, or it's related to Venusian energy. It's very much calm and settled and affectionate, and it has the energy of pleasure, sexual passion, marital felicity, relaxation and enjoyment also. So just imagine the energy. It's very beautiful energy, basically relaxation energy, no activity, the energy of no activity, right? Of course, if it is very much excessive, then it becomes laziness. So Bhaga's strong relationship with enjoyment and happiness makes this one of the most carefree nakshatras, because it's very much relaxed. The energy is very much relaxed. So Purvaphalguni natives don't like to worry as long as they are comfortable, especially from a physical point of view. So generally, when you look at Purvaphalguni natives, if other planetary combinations, of course, they also matter, but on a general note, you can say they are carefree, basically. They are tension free, they are stress free, right? The attitude can be like that. Bhaga's obsession with physicality often makes Purvaphalguni natives overly concerned about their bodies. They take care of their bodies more, because Bhaga's energy is more related to the bodily energy, the physical things. So the Bhaga's energy is basically concerned with bodies, right? With physical appearance also. So to an extent, you can say Purvaphalguni natives are, of course, they are tension free, they are carefree, but at the same time, as the solar deity, the deity of Purvaphalguni nakshatra, which is a solar deity Bhaga, one of the 12 Adityas, is mainly related to the bodily related things. So they may have some kind of concern about their body. Bhaga's amorous nature, if you observe. So to an extent, they concern about their bodies, so they have some kind of amorous nature. So to an extent, they love to appear beautiful and be appreciated as well, right? So they have a desire to appear beautiful, you can say, and thereby they can get some appreciation also. So they are tension free, but at the same time, if you talk about what kind of concerns they have, they may have their bodily concerns. They want to appear beautifully and get some appreciation. Bhaga stands for an easy life, full of comfort and luxury, and this is what all Purvaphalguni natives desire for generally. They desire for comfort, luxury. They desire for a kind of stressless life, right? So they prefer comfort because the energy is like that, right? Instead of taking too much risk, they want to be very much comfortable. They want to live happily. So this kind of no activity nature, this kind of restness, having some restness, right? So all this energy is really, it's a very good thing. So bhaga basically stands for an easy life full of comfort, basically. And if it cares about something, then it must be about the body. And bhaga relates to that solar aspect of nature which makes life worth living. So if you look beautiful, if you are comfortable, if you are stress free, then yes, you feel like enjoying your life, right? So that life is of course worth living, right? And so this kind of nature of bhaga makes them very much comfortable with their appearance, and they like to live a stress-free life, and thereby the whole thing makes life worth living, right? So just imagine a person who is very much carefree, tension-free, and very much comfortable, and also trying to be beautiful in the appearance, trying to be handsome in the appearance, right? And doesn't take much tensions, and doesn't have, even though they have some, let us say they have some great goals because of their other planetary positions of the horoscope, but still, if they don't want to take a very, very big tensions in the life, just imagine how they look like and how they behave, how they feel, how comfortable they are, how much comfortable they are, right? So they try to enjoy, then in that way they can enjoy the life, and thereby the life is worth living. If one removes the pleasure aspect from the universe, not many souls will be willing to take part in the game of life. If there is no pleasure, if you are very much sure that you're not going to take any amount of pleasure in the life, then you feel the life would not be worth living, right? So many souls come onto the earth, and they take the human form. Finally they become humans just to take the pleasure. The pleasure is the idea of the soul. That's why the soul is coming onto the earth, and it is taking the human form. And if you remove the concept of pleasure from the earth, then yes, so many humans may not live their life. They may feel their life is not worth living. So Purvaphalguni people, they try to make their life worth living by having a kind of stress-free disposition, and the energy itself is showing some kind of no activity, some kind of recreation. And bhaga is always usually invoked along with Aryaman, the ruling deity of Phalguni. So Phalguni nakshatra we will try to discuss in our upcoming videos, and the and you can say that deity of Uttara Phalguni is Aryaman. So these nakshatras, Purvaphalguni and Uttara Phalguni, they form a pair in the same vein as Mrigashira and Ardra, right? So just like Mrigashira and Ardra are a kind of pairs, you can say Purvaphalguni and Uttara Phalguni a kind of pairs, you can say. Purvaphalguni is directly connected to the Shiva Linga, basically. The most commonly worshipped form of Shiva is Shiva Linga. In the form of Linga, people generally pray Lord Shiva. So the fact that Shivas, so there are so many things. This particular Shiva Linga is very much worshipped idol in the Indian continent, you can observe. Some people think it as a regenerative symbol, so that it is actually representing creation and continuation of life. But Shiva is actually a form of destruction. So this kind of symbolism for Purvaphalguni may not be very much suitable. So Shiva as a whole, if you observe, is the god of destruction. So Purvaphalguni thus, you can say it is related to the creative and delightful aspect of Shiva, not the destructive aspect of Shiva. So if you want to perceive the Shiva as a form of creation and continuation, then you can take the form of Shiva Linga and you can relate that to Purvaphalguni, and it's not at all related to Purvaphalguni in my opinion, because Shiva is basically it is the idea of destruction. But some people have a habit of looking at Shiva Linga as a form of some regenerative symbol. So if you want to look at it as a regenerative symbol, then yes, then it is going to represent the creation and continuation of life. So you can relate that to Purvaphalguni. So Purvaphalguni is actually, it is related to the creative and delightful aspect of Shiva, which can be easily understood through the stories and legends associated with Lord Shiva. It is interesting to note that the regenerative symbol, the regenerative thing, is the most, of course, sensitive form in the whole anatomy of a human. So if you think in those terms, as you can say, it is a very delicate part, the delicacy, delicate energy, then this particular thing you can relate to the tender quality, the tenderness of Purvaphalguni. But here as a whole, generally, Shiva is a lord of destruction. And so destruction is necessary, then only you can see the creation after that, the continuation of the life after that. If there is no destruction on the earth at all, then you can just imagine the population of the earth, right? So in order to move forward, in order to evolve, so you need to die if you want to start a new you, if you want to start with a new you, right? So the same thing happens when Shiva takes the responsibility of destruction, and the creation is done by Lord Brahma and the continuation of the life is done by Lord Vishnu. So this is the cycle you can observe, right? So as a whole, you can clearly understand, if you want to take a Shiva as a symbolic representation of regeneration, then yes, you can relate that to Purvaphalguni, but if you're not interested to take that one as a symbolism for creation and continuation of life, and if you want to take it as only an energy of destruction, then you cannot relate it to Purvaphalguni, because Purvaphalguni energy is not at all related to the destruction at all. So it may create some confusion, like if you relate the Shivalinga with the Purvaphalguni energy, then people may really think the Purvaphalguni energy is a kind of furious energy and it's a kind of destructive energy. But it is not actually. Purvaphalguni is it has a soft quality, it has a tenderness, it has the intention, the energy of intention to look beautiful, and to so that they can get some kind of appreciation, and also they are tension free. They have a tendency of having no activity. They don't want to they don't want to involve in such kind of destructive things as well. So that is how you can see the Purvaphalguni energy, which is a beautiful energy, and the solar deity is also, you can clearly see the solar deity is Bhaga, which is actually having so much of Venusian qualities, and Venus is the planetary lord of Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, and the deity of Purvaphalguni Nakshatra is Bhaga. So you need to understand that Purvaphalguni is very much tender and trying to appear very beautiful or very good, and the energy is related to the no activity and recreational aspect you can see here. So this is the whole idea of Purvaphalguni energy. Thanks for watching this video.